Flat earthers use all kinds of explanations for the discrepancies between what we see and what the flat earth religion teaches. But in one thing they are pretty constant. It's the flat earth map. Everywhere, in every video, you see the same map over and over again. And they use it not only as an illustration, they use it in their model for the sun's trajectory. They use it when it comes to supposed impossible flying times on airplanes. They use it to explain why the moon is seen upside down in the southern hemisphere. They use it for explaining the ice wall. They use it for just about everything. So they must believe that the flat earth map is a true representation of what the earth looks like. They proudly call it the azimuthal equidistant projection, which only shows their complete ignorance. The azimuthal equidistant projection is a way to project a spherical surface on a flat surface. The azimuthal equidistant projection is entirely based on the spherical Earth model. At that point I could end this video. But flat earthers have so much trouble with the difference between a model and reality that I can't leave it at that. In the first place, there's a whole lot to be said about the azimuthal equidistant projection. It gives proportionally correct distance from the center to a point, but the distances lateral are all completely wrong. At numerous videos, flat earthers are attacked at this discrepancy, but that has never set one of them to try to construct a proper FE map. Until Tiger Dan bravely took up the challenge. In a series of 6 videos, he tried to construct a flat Earth map from known and undisputed distances. Apart from using Photoshop, not the best choice for the task at hand, he is struggling in a kind of touching way with his challenge. At the end, he gives up. He announces that he is going to try again with the South Pole as center point, but from then on he posts only videos about the FE movement being a scam. He earns our respect for having tried. I replicated his efforts using AutoCAD, a drawing and construction program that is very accurate. While Tiger Dan was struggling for more than 3 weeks, I did it in 2 hours. I started off with the distance between Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and Cape Town, South Africa as a base. The distance is 6,022 miles. I got these distances from the distance calculator of infoplease.com and checked them with the flying times of direct flights, resulting in an average ground speed of 400 to 560 miles per hour. The optimum cruising speed of a 747 being around 600 miles per hour. As a first check, I measured the distance from Amsterdam to Dubai, 2,881 miles, and the distance from Cape Town to Dubai, 4,622 miles, which gives 2 possible locations for Dubai. The same I did with Cape Town, Santiago de Chile, 8,122 miles, and Amsterdam, Santiago de Chile, 7,472 miles. Cape Town to Sydney, Australia, 6,850 miles, and Amsterdam, Sydney, 10,354 miles. These triangulations resulted in 2 possible locations for each city. Then I superimposed the flat Earth map over this screen and scaled and rotated it in order to fit the line Amsterdam-Cape Town properly. The results are rather stunning. Dubai is more or less at the right place. Santiago de Chile is situated way too much eastern compared to the supposed location on the flat Earth map. And Sydney lies totally wrong in comparison with the supposed location on the flat Earth map. This could be expected because, as I said, the azimuthal equidistant projection gives wrong distances in the lateral direction. Case closed? Unfortunately not. Because there's a clown by the name of Rob Skiba. In the first place, he introduces the Gleason's new standard map of the world, as if that was news, and presents it as the true map of the flat Earth. Why? Hear him out.
Have his meltdown when he was trying to create a quote-unquote accurate flat Earth map. I'm beginning to think this may actually be an accurate flat Earth map. I mean, it says right at the top of this thing that is Gleason's new standard map of the world on the projection of J.S. Christopher, Modern College, Blackheath, England, scientifically and practically correct as it is. So this map is claiming to be accurate, at least as of November 15th, 1892, which I would remind you is right after Dr. Samuel Robenham wrote Zetetic Astronomy, and after William Carpenter wrote 100 Proofs Earth's Not a Globe.
So because an azimuthal equidistant projection map states that it is scientifically and practically correct, and it is published around the same time that Samuel Robotham published his nonsensical book about the Earth not being a sphere, this map must be the true flat Earth map. It still is an azimuthal equidistant projection, which is by its very definition derived from a spherical Earth. And by the way, the Gleason's map is exactly equal to the traditional flat Earth map. But it gets worse. Mr. Skiba has found a solution for the lateral distances being incorrect in this map. Hear him out.
Each of these squares right here are all the same distance, height and width, if I can use those terms. All right. So with that being the case, I thought, okay, so, I mean, I just showed you that this is a consistent black, white, black, white, black, white, 3 per and 3 per. So it is consistent. It's just scaled for the purpose of creating lines on a disk. But what it's telling you again is this distance, this square right here, in terms of height and width, is identical to this one in terms of height and width. All right? Hopefully you're following me here.
His interpretation of an equidistant projection is that both the radial and the lateral distances are correct. Only the lateral measurements are scaled on the map in order to get on a disk. Let that sink in slowly. So what he says is that the Gleason's map is an accurate representation of how the flat Earth looks, but it is only scaled up in a circular direction. The further you approach the edge of the disk, the larger the apparent distances, but not the real distances. They stay the same. Also, he says that the distance between 2 meridians at the North Pole, where all meridians meet at the point 0, are equal to the distance of the same meridians fanned out to the edge. Flat earthers accuse spherical earthers constantly of hiding behind mathematics, formulas and equations and never rely on their observations. Here's one flat earther that relies totally on fabricated mathematics and completely ignoring the map in front of his nose. Completely ignoring the colossal discrepancies between what he sees and what he says. He has 49,341 subscribers. It's a terrifying idea. Thank you for watching.